Hi, how are you? Uh, this is my third attempt at making a video today, but now I'm using Zoom, so hopefully it will work. And before I even jump into ChatGPT today, I just want to give a little context. So the first two videos that I made actually were just, let's say, trials because I learned this through making them. And it's why I want to give you context, which is why am I even making this channel? Why do I care? What has driven me to learn AI in the depth that I have? Um, my baseline and what is most important to me is that each of us, and starting with me, but each of us are living our heart's desire, our heart's purpose. And what is that even? And that's something that we're going to use this series to kind of get to. But why am I making this? Because the AI train has left the station, and actually, most people, if not all people, will lose jobs. Like all jobs, almost all jobs will not be needed or will be drastically changed. And what is needed, I mean, we still need each other to thrive. We need each other. Um, but the world that we set up, the capitalistic world that we set up, I mean, we've all heard this, like the 1% excel, and then the 99% are like, at some level hustling to make it work, to pay for rent and pay for food and go on vacation and do all the things. And so I see this time of AI as a real opportunity, not to be afraid of, but to actually uh, do what we're here for, each of us to do what we're here for and to give what is needed most. And so maybe in the past, like the majority of people were working for other people, and maybe it's not that I don't believe in helping each other. Fundamentally, that is what I believe. However, that system was set up where, like we said before, 1% or less than 1% of people really excelled and the rest did not. And I think the best example that I have is, and maybe it's just because I'm an architect, and so it's the example that like kind of hits home. It's true of DMV, but I'm just going to use City Hall as an example. Like when you go into City Hall, whether it's like to pay a parking ticket or get a form for something or even put plans through, and this is no insult to a particular city hall, but I've seen it in many, many cities in different countries. People don't tend to be very happy. And they may be curt with you or short with you. And I don't think it's a job description that they need to be unhappy. I just think that, you know, being rote and doing things again and again, it may not be so good for their spirit. Like even this morning, I was noticing inside of myself some inner frustration that I have known, that I have learned over the years, comes from not being able to do my creative flow or my passion or the things that I feel that I need to do to be better for myself and for others. I had a bunch of things I had to take care of this morning, and I could feel myself like, I just want to do what's in my heart. And so imagine like amplifying that day after day, year after year, for who knows how many years. Some of those people have been working there for like 50 years. That frustration is huge. And so the intention of making these videos is really to prepare people for when AI is going to take their jobs, but not like I just lost my home to the fires. I just lost my home to Palisades fire. I lost my home and all my stuff and my job, and my business got, stalled because I had to find a home and replace the equipment. And actually, I'm expanding my business. Right now, I'm working on expanding one of my businesses. And so, well, all of my businesses, but the one in particular that I'm referring to. And so my perspective is that when we're met with an obstacle, it's not meant to have us fall, but more it's meant to have us like look around and kind of rejig and refigure what it is that we are most needed for and how we can, you know, like use it as an opportunity, as a springboard, not to fall, but to rise. And so the intention of these videos is really how can I help uh, people prepare so that when their job is taken, it's not like anyone feels like they have fallen or that they're without, but more this is an opportunity for us each to really do our heart's work and what is inside of us and what is needed in the world. And I believe that when we're doing our heart's work and we're doing like what comes from the inside and what's needed, we create inner peace as a result, and that outer peace is by definition the result from that like we can't ever have outer peace if we don't have inner peace. And so my intention is to help people um, connect with what's in their heart and find creative ways to lean into ChatGPT and lean into all the AI existing tools to help create something that can go to market. And I am building a software that's going to make this even easier, but let's just learn the tools together and start to connect to what is inside of us and become empowered and just play. Like, I guess another example is when my mom died. We were very, very close, and I was incredibly sad for a very long time. And I lost my joie de vivre. I lost my spark of happiness, which was so strong. And so it really was, I knew that I had to do something creative. I am a creative person, but I believe we are all like life is creation. We all come to life through our moms, through the creative force. That's how we get to Earth. And um, so I believe that in each of us is a drive to be creative, whether you consider yourself creative or not. I believe that's a part of life. Movement is life, creation is life. What I did that helped get that spark of joy back is I just started planting seeds, literally. I got some dirt from a friend and it was dirt from their compost, and little tomato plants started popping up, and I was like, oh, let me water them, let me put them in the sun, and let me replant them. And tomatoes led to zucchinis and led to basil and all these other plants. And I had this huge garden to my husband's dismay at the time, but that's a past story because we're not together anymore. But anyways, the point being that I believe that being creative helps spark our joy and our life force and brings us inner peace. And that's how we get to outer peace. And so that's why I'm doing this series. And let's see if I can share screen, and we'll just do one little tool because the whole thing of these is to give a tool. See. Okay, so this was me trying to use Loom that didn't work, and now we're on Zoom. Okay, so we'll go to ChatGPT, and you can see all that I did in the last video. But basically, let's see if we can improve. Let's see if we can improve upon it. Okay, so the prompt was. Let's see, sorry. We did quite a bit. Okay, so hi, I started a YouTube channel sharing AI everyday tools, starting with ChatGPT. And I would love to know what people want to learn, most creative uses of AI or ChatGPT that can be bite-sized and taught daily within a few minutes. Like the video I made yesterday that taught how ChatGPT could be used to design a recipe, for instance, that's gluten-free, egg yolk-free, sugar-free, and it really was delicious. Can you give me 30 ideas? And what it gave me was like something that I felt like you guys could do. You didn't need me for. And that's what kind of struck me. Oh, let's create something that helps people get to their creative purpose and learn the tools to be able to launch into the world that helps fortify and strengthen your bank account, so that when AI displaces your job, you're not actually displaced. You have something there as a seed and maybe even a fruit that is producing income by the time it's necessary. So I wrote, actually, what I most want to do is give 30 days of AI tools that will help people access their creative spirit and what's inside of them as talents that they may like to give to the world, eventually charge for. So let's use that same prompt, but make it better. And actually, I don't even think we need the first ones. Just gonna take this. I started. Okay. I'm gonna take this all away and just say, hi, I started a YouTube channel sharing AI everyday tools. What I most want to give is 30 days of AI tools that will help people access their creative spirit to, yeah. And I like the example of the garden. I don't really think it matters what you choose at this moment. Even like the first business that I'm doing, that's gaining traction is yogurt. And that wasn't like, I wasn't like wanting to make, yes, I wanted to make yogurt over the years. I always tried to make yogurt and it never worked. And now, and like my dad had gut health issues, and I did at one point in my life as well. But I just started with yogurt and it gained traction, and that made me happy because I was helping people and bringing health to them. It's 100 billion probiotic yogurt. So like the example of the yogurt or the garden, I don't really think it matters what you start with, but just that you start, and you can choose anything that you believe could be needed. So let me write all that, or not all of it, but people access to their creative spirit. I believe you can start with anything. I started with yogurt. ChatGPT knows that I started with yogurt because I use it all the time, and this is my personal account, so it knows my story. I started with yogurt. It was not something I thought would be my first successful business, but it brings me joy because it allows me to help people get healthy, and it allows me to use my creative spirit and business mind. I want to help people choose something. Again, it does not really matter as long as it's aligned with their core values. And then teach the tools, AI, for them to develop it and go to market successfully. Please give 30 days of topics I can make 3 to 10-minute videos on. Okay, so hopefully this time we nailed it. Third time is the charm, right? So, like I was saying in the other videos, today's the first day that I've seen them do this. They said thinking, now they say crafting 30-day curriculum. When you use ChatGPT and these tools as much as I do, using it every day, I see the little changes that happen every single day. So this is something I've not seen before. And yes, I've been using it on my phone, and maybe it doesn't show up on my phone, but over the years, I've seen a lot of changes in ChatGPT. Quite honestly, it used to give more information, more scientific information. It's harder to access now. But I am building a software where that will be possible. For now, we're just going to use ChatGPT as our co-founder, our co-maker, our co-worker. Okay, so week one is get to know yourself, clarify your core ideas. Um, this is going to be fun. Let's do this together. Um, I think it's really going to be fun. And then we're going to learn the AI tools as we go. So I'm not going to go through each of them, although why not? So that it at least comes in the transcript. So clarify your core values, unearth latent talents, idea intersection, one sentence viability test. Anyways, it goes on. Um, we're using ChatGPT to design the videos that I'm making for you. If you have any requests, please do add a comment below. I'm happy to make a video that is particular to what you need, but we're going to just use this as a structure so that we are creating every day. So I'm going to stop sharing screen. And thank you so much for coming. I really look forward to doing this with you. And maybe I'll make a little video so that you know who I am and why you would even want to listen to me. Okay, have a beautiful day.